My name is Tony Lee, and this is my midterm exam video. We were asked to compare and contrast two sets of musical selections, and those sets are Sunhouse's Death Letter Blues versus Raul Gilberto's Desafinado, and Louis Armstrong's Harder Than That versus Bill Monroe's Uncle Pen. Let's get to it. In Death Letter Blues, it was recorded in Columbia, New York, between April 12th to 14th, 1965, while for Desafinado, it was performed in the early 1960s, so probably a little bit before that. Death Letter Blues was a reflection on how much poverty, racism, and oppression African Americans faced in the United States. And in Desafinado, that song was dedicated to those who can't sing as well compared to those who can. Death Letter Blues was played in a fast tempo with hard rhythm, sung in a loud register, and expressed deep emotion, while Desafinado was sung in an F sharp and with an off-key singing voice. Death Letter Blues added a lot of emotion and empathy and sympathy for the listeners, while in Desafinado, it was to defend against those who were part of the concept of off-key singing. My interpretations of these songs was, in Death Letter Blues, I just understood how difficult it can be to lose someone you love and expressing it through song in a very deep way. And in Desafinado, it showed me that someone who can't sing perfectly, they still have the will to do it however they want, regardless of other people's opinions. What those songs have in common is that they were performed in New York around the 1960s. The musicians used guitars, they used a lot of motion, and they had genre-defining moments in their fields, with Sunhouse in the blues and Raul Gilberto in his genre, bossa nova. In the other two sets, Harder Than That by Louis Armstrong and Uncle Pen by Bill Monroe, Harder Than That was recorded in Chicago on December 13th, 1927, while in Uncle Pen, it was performed in 1956 at the YLS National Park Barn Dance in Chicago. Harder Than That became a major part in the Harlem Renaissance. It helped define the style of swing music and big band sound, and it inspired a new form of singing, while in Uncle Pen, it began the start of the invention of bluegrass style in country music. Harder Than That was constructed to be a 32-bar song with five choruses and scat singing, with a steady tempo and smooth and energetic rhythm, while in Uncle Pen, if you look at the video, the musicians were huddled together really close to the mic to really emphasize their play on their string instruments. They had strong instrumental breaks and a very fast driven rhythm. The significance between these two is that Harder Than That became the most influential part in jazz history, and Armstrong was recognized as a leader of the Harlem Renaissance and a big, vital part of the revival of African American culture in the US. While in Uncle Pen, that song specifically was to honor Bill Monroe's uncle, James Pendleton Van Driver, and to celebrate the joy of music and family. How I interpreted these songs was that Harder Than That, it just made me hyped up and wanted to dance. Hard to define that in many words. And in Uncle Pen, the music just made me want to dance with a lot of energy, and the story behind it made me sympathize for Bill Monroe's love for family. What these two songs have in common was that it was performed in Chicago. They were in touch with their traditional roots. They had energetic and upbeat tempos. The music was very influential to the listeners, and they had very strong instrumental emphasis to express their feelings and to contribute to their musical genres.